His Royal Majesty King Mswati III. As custom demands, we need to know who is interacting with who. And just as Nana President has directed the House for all our delegates to be Nananu to be introduced, we also want a rep from your side to introduce the people who are accompanying you to the House.
And I am the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation for the Eswatini, and with the directive of His Majesty the King, may I proceed to introduce the delegation of His Majesty the King Mswati III that is coming from the Kingdom of Eswatini. The Kingdom of Eswatini. May I introduce Senator Prince Skombeni, the Senator, who is the King's praise singer, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade, Matomba Kumalo, Chief Wagwa, who is the Chief Officer in the King's Office, Mongeni Sipenani, who is the King's advisor in the King's Office.
To give the welcome address. So, here I am. Honorable Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, MP for Banda constituency. Welcome. Honorable Mayor for our second largest city, who is also here, welcome. My Vice President and my executive members of the House and the Standing Committee, who are all presidents of the 16 regional houses of chiefs, other members of the National House of Chiefs, media houses here represented, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to, on my own behalf and on behalf of the National House of Chiefs, and then all chiefs and queen mothers in Ghana, to welcome Your Majesty King Mswati III, Head of State and Monarch of the Kingdom of Eswatini, to the National House of Chiefs. The Kingdom of Eswatini is also known as the Switzerland of Africa due to its beautiful scenery. Today, this house is honored to welcome Your Majesty King Mswati III, Head of State and Monarch of the Kingdom of Eswatini, and your entourage. It is important to know that King Mswati III is not only a king, but also the head of state of Eswatini Kingdom. So we are not just welcoming a king to this guest house, but we are also welcoming a head of state of a sovereign nation. Welcome, Your Majesty. The National House of Chiefs, Your Royal Highness, the 1992 Republican Constitution of Ghana guarantees the institution of chieftaincy and its traditional councils, as established by customary law and usage. The Constitution also outlines the roles and functions of the National House of Chiefs and prohibits Parliament from enacting laws that would diminish the honor and dignity of chieftaincy. Unfortunately, our budget is controlled by the central government. That is the only limitation. The National House of Chiefs has the power to advise on matters related to chieftaincy and to undertake research to support the institution. The National House of Chiefs has 80 members constituted by 5 chiefs each from the 16 regions of Ghana. The President of the House and his vice are elected a 4-year tenure. They may be re-elected after the expiry of the initial 4-year term, or they may even decide not to contest at all. Each region has a regional house of chiefs, which plays a role in matters of chieftaincy within their respective regions. In Ghana, chiefs are custodians of the traditional culture and values, and each chief wears to uphold same at his or her coronation, and we cannot fail to uphold the dignity and values of our forebears. Your Majesty, we and the people in our various paramountcies are delighted that in spite of your onerous responsibilities, you will find time to make this historic visit to our country and to this house in particular. It is truly an historic occasion, as this is the first time that a reigning monarch of Eswatini Kingdom has set foot to this house, and we are indeed proud that you have found it necessary to come. We appreciate that and we thank you sincerely. We happily welcome you and your entourage, as this visit provides an excellent chance to explore opportunities together. For us, it offers a good opportunity for the exchange of views with a national leader with great insight in chieftaincy and in national governance. It is an opportunity for us to know at first hand the unique history, culture, and traditional norms of the Kingdom of Eswatini. From your side, we offer the unique insights into how traditional authority can coexist and cooperate with local and national government for economic and social development of our people. Your Excellency, we appreciate the way in which the Kingdom of Eswatini builds bridges and promotes cooperation, and we are also confident that your visit will significantly strengthen historical and cultural ties that appear exist between Ghana and the Kingdom of Eswatini. May your monarch, as signified by the combined strength of elephant and lion, go from strength to strength. Long live your Majesty King Mswati III, long live the Kingdom of Eswatini, long live Ghana, long live Eswatini-Ghana relations. Let me end by wishing you and your entourage an enjoyable stay in Ghana. Please feel the usual Ghanaian hospitality. You are welcome. Thank you.
Odia the second, President of the National House of Chiefs, His Excellency King Mswati III, Kingdom of Eswatini, Nananom, esteemed members of the National House of Chiefs, Honorable Ministers of State, members of the Diplomatic Corps, my brother the Mayor of KMA, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the government of the Republic of Ghana, and in particular, the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome, Papa, to your Royal Majesty, King Mswati III, and your distinguished entourage. We are deeply honored by your presence here in the National House of Chiefs today. Your visit marks a significant milestone in the growing relationship between our nations, Ghana and Eswatini. It also shows the growing relationship between traditional leadership and modern governance. Your Majesty, Ghana is a nation built upon deep-rooted traditions and rich cultural heritage. Our chieftaincy institutions stands a proud testament to our identity as a people and our continuity as a people. It is enshrined in our national constitution under Article 270, which guarantees the autonomy of the chieftaincy institutions and protects its customs, usage, and practices. The administration of chieftaincy in Ghana is overseen in partnership with the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy, and Religious Affairs. And the National House of Chiefs, where we are today. The National House of Chiefs is the apex body of traditional leadership in Ghana. It serves as a consultative and advisory body to the government on matters related to tradition, culture, custom, and law. Our chieftaincy system operates at various levels. Traditional councils at the base, regional houses of chiefs at the regional level, and national house of chiefs on top. So we are at the traditional Supreme Court. Chiefs are custodians of our land, our customs, and serve as a key stakeholders in local governance and conflict resolution. The ministry, through its chieftaincy directorate, supports the houses of chiefs administratively and ensures the effective functioning of the judicial committees that adjudicate traditional matters. In recent years, we have made significant strides in digitizing the National Register of Chiefs and enhancing the legal and institutional framework governing this institution. The ongoing review of the Chieftaincy Act 2008, Act 759, aims to strengthen dispute resolution mechanisms, improve accountability, and further integrate traditional authority into our decentralized local governance system. Your Majesty, we see in Eswatini a nation that likewise holds firm to its customs and monarchy. And we believe there is much our two countries can learn from each other in preserving our traditions while adapting to the demands of modern governance. We hope that this visit will open doors for further cultural and institutional exchanges between the National House of Chiefs and your revered traditional structures in Eswatini. Once again, Your Majesty, Nana President, we are privileged by your visit and are grateful that this opportunity to share a way of life, our heritage, and the enduring institution of chieftaincy in Ghana with you. May this visit deepen the bond between friendship of our people in Ghana and the traditional institutions in Ghana and the people of Eswatini deepen and deepen more. Long live Ghana, long live Eswatini. Thank you, Nana President, for the opportunity.
National House of Chiefs, Vice President of the National House of Chiefs, Your Royal Highnesses, Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all here at Kumasi, Sanmonani, Machi. I want to say on behalf of everyone from the Kingdom of Eswatini how happy we are to be in the House of Chiefs, which is a structure that actually coexists with the national government. And I am so happy that when we are visiting Kumasi, we could come here, and we of course very grateful of the invitation from the Ashanti, the President and the people of Ghana for everything. We were so happy to see that the government, which is the executive, actually coexist with the traditional leadership. Because governments, they come and go. Every 5 years, there's always an election, and there's always a new government. But traditional leadership never goes, because to be a traditional leadership, it's a birthright. You are forever there, and therefore it means that the central government can now and again rely on the traditional leadership, especially to find ways and means of how to continue to develop the country. The traditional leadership is the one which is always with the people day and night. They know the challenges and the difficulties that each area is going through, and they are the ones who can actually give good advice to all the executive, so that the executive, whilst it's also filling out the programs of developing the country, at least you always have first-hand information. For any country, in order for it to develop, you need to do a lot of research, you need to understand the situation, and then be able to come up with the answers and the solutions, and so that you can be able to address all those problems. This nation has a rich African history, because Ghana is the pioneer of independence on our continent. We pay homage to the leadership of Ghana for vision of an Africa that can run and manage its own affairs. He played a key role in the formation of organizations. This is the President, former President Nkrumah, alongside with all the traditional leadership here. They all played a very important role in the formation of the African Union. Before, of course, it was the OAU, and now it is the African Union. Our two nations have been, of course, friends for a long time, and this is evident by the presence of many Ghanaians in the kingdom of Eswatini. Also come to pursue academics and careers in different fields here in Ghana. Yesterday I met with the President in Accra, where we discussed issues of mutual interest between our two countries and the peoples. This state visit also gives us the opportunity to strengthen and renew our friendship. Yesterday, when I was talking to His Excellency, he actually informed me as to how the whole structure here in Ghana is run, in particular, because we have the national government, and also we have the House of Chiefs, and you also have the provinces, which he was telling me that there are a lot of programs which they've put in place, and they've always put a budget for each province, which then the province can decide as to how to invest that money properly, because those who are responsible for that province are the ones who can actually understand better the situation. So I was very pleased to learn from His Excellency that actually there's always provision of funds which are always made available to all the provinces, so that the provinces can also look at how to address issues of unemployment, education, promoting a lot of industries, job opportunities for our people. So this is a very good thing which I've learned from the President. Since our arrival, we have been received not as mere visitors, but as cherished members of an extended family. From the vibrant culture displays to the heartfelt embraces of your people here in Kumasi, we are feeling truly at home. This exemplifies the spirit of Africa, where borders are transcendent and our shared history unites us beyond our differences. We are looking forward to the grand Dubai of Chiefs tomorrow, where we will witness different performances by the Chiefs. We recall with pride the history visit of Mtofo, the Ashanti to Eswatini in 2015, a milestone in our bilateral relations. It is with great pleasure that we reciprocate this gesture, seeking to further solidify our partnership. Our aspirations extend beyond cultural exchange, as we have immense potential for collaboration in science, technology, tourism, trade, and education. Envision Ghanaian educators and entrepreneurs working alongside the Mswati innovators, or our collective efforts to preserve our languages and histories. The possibilities are boundless. We stand here together. We stand here today as guardians of Africa's ancient traditions, handed down by our forebears. We have a duty to guide and protect these traditions, because they define who we are and where we come from. Long before colonial boundaries divided us, African kings, chiefs, and traditional leadership governed with wisdom, ensuring order, justice, and preservation of our cultures. In Eswatini, this is not only cherished, but also enshrined in the Constitution under Chapter 14, providing for our traditional institutions. It affirms that chiefs are central to our governance system, as they are appointed by the king and administer communities, resolve disputes, and safeguard our heritage. They are the foundation of our monarchy, ensuring the people's voices reach the throne while upholding the values of Ubuntu, unity, respect, and progress for all. When we honor our past, we must also scrutinize our traditions with discernment. We need to preserve those that define our unique identities and continue to serve our societies well. Moreover, we must recognize the vital role of women in governance. Ghana Queen's mother exemplifies the strength of female leadership, as does the Queen Mother of Eswatini in guiding our nation's progress. in Eswatini there can be no king without the Queen Mother, because she plays a significant role in the leadership of the kingdom. My visit today is more than a ceremonial gesture. It is a call to strengthen our friendship with this nation and the Ashanti King and these people. Let us learn from one another and ensure our traditions evolve to reflect who we are. We must encourage greater people-to-people exchanges, with more Ghanaians visiting Eswatini and vice versa. Our government should support and fund initiatives to blend tradition with the innovations. Once again, we express our profound gratitude to His Majesty for giving us this opportunity to address this August National House of Chiefs. We are also grateful for the gracious hospitality given to us. May our two kingdoms remain steadfast in their partnership. Let us embark on this journey together, not only ourselves, but for the generations to come.
Local governance, and indeed independence. And we all know that in our various policies, we allow various views before we come to any conclusion. And now, His Majesty is also reminding us that his visit is a renewal of friendship between Eswatini and Ghana. He cherishes very well the role of chiefs in Ghana, and indeed, he mentioned the fight for independence from the British rule, which was started by chiefs and later on taken over or supported by the intelligentsia. He also mentioned or emphasized on spirit of Africanization, that indeed, even though some of us have practiced so-called democracy, we still have not forgotten about our traditions. And the emphasis on preservation of our languages and traditions. And of course, we shouldn't also forget that it's a global world, so we need to educate our people in science and technology. But let me emphasize on the preservation of languages. It appears to me that in Ghana, we have stopped, especially those of us in the south, naming our children Kwame, Kofi, Kwabena, and so and so and so, and adopting very, very strange names for our children. In fact, if care is not taken, we will lose our identity. So Nanano, it is our responsibility that from time to time, we draw our people's attention to this. In the olden days, we used to select names from the Bible. And now, when you go to England, you will scarcely hear anybody saying Lizzie or Elizabeth, because of the respect they have for the Queen. But you are in Ghana and you name your daughter Elizabeth. Where did you get that Elizabeth from? Anyway, so now, yes, we allow modernity, but we are talking about what will help us develop our countries to move ahead, not take us back, and to remind us of colonialism. He also emphasizes on learning our history. Unfortunately, some of us here are teachers, and right now, if you go to the curriculum, history has been struck out from the curriculum. So our children don't know where they are coming from. And it is part of our duty, our responsibility, to draw government's attention, especially the Ministry of Education, to reintroduce history. Let us know our history, our background. Where have we come from? What have we learned? Where do we want to go? How do we combine what is coming on? Right now, our people know about the history, the World War, history of America, Japan, Germany, Israel, but we don't know our own history. His Royal Majesty is drawing our attention to it.